Lining up in about 10 minutes underneath the balloon arch for the walk around the park. But before that, I'd like to introduce you to the man who keeps the MSPCA-Angell running, the great Carter Luke, and Teddy.
Henry is great, and so are you. Hey, welcome. Isn't it wonderful to share the Boston Common with a slew of dogs? This is always a thrill, I think. And those of us at the MSPCA-Angell, thank you for coming. We remind you that this is a really important event for us because we can't help homeless or injured or sick or abused animals without your support. So it's a big piece of the MSPCA-Angell's year, and we really thank you for joining us. Of course, this is a really special year on September 11th, and I'd like to say a few words about it. The 9/11 Tribute Committee actually came out and said, so how can America honor the specialness of this day? And they came out and said, find a good cause, support it and give, and volunteer, and do good deeds. So we believe that those of you, all of you who are joining us today, indeed are sharing in that way of honoring it. We are honoring people and animals today. And indeed, we have a lot of special friends, human and animal, that will join us as part of the walk. So indeed, thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring this day. Teddy. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. He's ready to walk. Thank you for honoring this day by joining us and by giving of your time and your financial support. It is important. It makes a difference for animals. I want to say a couple of words about the walk, actually, which is going to begin in just a few minutes underneath the big balloons. We're going to be led today by a vanguard of animals and people, and that vanguard will join Teddy and me at the front to lead us around the common. The vanguard will include a number of Boston Police Department canines, some of whom you had a chance to meet earlier, and also will include some service dogs, some folks from Wellesley Animal Control, search and rescue dogs, and a variety, actually, of therapy dogs and rescue dogs and dogs who do good service to people. We also wanted to introduce you to the winner of this year's Boston.com and MSPCA-Angell Leader of the Pack contest. And many of you know that every year we try to find an appropriate animal and person to join us at the front of the walk. And this year we have something very special. And I'd like to tell you the story of Brady and Brady's mom, Shayna Orzik. Actually, Shayna, on September 11th of 2001, was on the 64th floor of the World Trade Center when the attacks began. She narrowly made her way down to the street and to safety, and we're grateful for that, of course. But the memory of that day was haunting for her, and she was struggling with how to cope with all of those hard memories of the World Trade Center. Then she actually, unfortunately, had an experience where she witnessed a terrible car crash in which someone was killed, and it brought back a lot of memories. This was in 2006, and she was feeling particularly devastated by the memories of the loss of 9/11 as well as this particular event. And she was talking with people who were trying to help her through that trauma, and in fact, after of course, talking about all kinds of ways that people cope with trauma, one of the things that she decided to do was get a dog. And we all know what dogs bring to us and how they can, and other animals, and how they can help us not only enjoy the dogs themselves, but also help us cope with all kinds of things and really seem to make our lives better. And so after reaching out for a lot of different kinds of therapies, she ended up with Brady. Shayna credits Brady literally with saving her from the abyss. He helped her get out of the house and back to seeing people again and enjoying life, and the nightmares she was having went away. So really, Brady has helped Shayna learn to love life again. And on this day of remembrance, we honor both Shayna and Brady and Shayna's boyfriend Jason, and we're really proud to have them join us as leaders of the pack. So if you could just step forward just a little bit so everybody can see. Actually, they'll be at the front during the walk, but that's Shayna and Brady, our leader of the pack. Henry, I think it's time for me to go back to you and our friends at WFNX.